Hello everyone, welcome to another Apex Academy video. Today I'm going to be talking about how to make some simple customizations to the product page of your Alpha Wolf theme from Wolf of Shopify. Now for those who aren't familiar, I've been creating this series with multiple episodes, and I believe I recorded about 7 episodes thus far. So this either is going to be episode 7 or 8. So these are all the episodes in the series. However, I'm going to have all the links to each episode in the description box down below for you guys to enjoy and watch. And basically, I'm breaking up these videos and making them easy to understand. Some will be short, some will be long, as you will see amongst the videos. Some are 25 minutes, some are 4 minutes, 8-minute video, 18-minute video. So the videos range in different sizes just to fit everybody's needs. And we're going to make some changes. So, of course, we already discussed the header. We discussed the colors of the menu and things like that. Let's go ahead and talk about the first feature, which is the background. Now, for those who don't know, you want to go ahead and access the product page. So go on here on the top. This is Shopify 2.0, so it's a little bit different. Just hit a product and click on the default product, and it will take us to a link of the product, right? For those who want to change the background, as do you guys notice there's this gray background here? I want to go ahead and make this like a pure white just to match the bottom here. And so what I'm going to do is after, clicking on the product, we have some settings, or we have a button that should say theme settings here. It's on the bottom left. What you want to do is you want to click on it, and you'll be able to access this array of different categories of selections of buttons and things like that. And since we want to edit the product page, which we're on, we just want to select this product details button. And this is going to create a drop down for all the different settings within our product page. So let's go ahead and talk about it. And this is, product pages are one of the things that makes your website unique. So you want to be aware of how different it is. So here we have a layout product. So we have these different layouts that the product comes with, or the product page comes with, and they're slightly different. So for example, this is, layout number 2. There's an image with 2 images here on the left. These are referred to as thumbnails for the consumer to click through these buttons and look through and get a faster view of what the theme offers, right? Or what the product offers, whatever product you decide to sell. Let's go ahead and take a look at layout 1 and see how different it is. So we have to wait for this green bar to load on the top. And we can see here it's a little bit different. So once again, a slight change. We have a larger image here to represent the product, and our thumbnails are located at the bottom for a larger view. Let's go ahead and take a look at layout number 3, since we already looked at layout number 2. And so this is, once again, a little bit different, a little more compact. And we have an image, and then we have the thumbnail images on the right. Let's take a look at layout number 4. Layout number 4 is a little bit different. We have sticky text, the title, basically the product information, the add to cart, the availability, the categories, the hurry stock countdown timer. All that kind of information is sticky on the right, and on the left we have a scrolling image, this is pretty good for what a lot of stores like to do now these days. It's one of those nice little customization features. Let's go ahead and look at layout number 5. And here we have a masonry style layout. So if we had more images, we would see the main image here, second image here. For the sake of the rest of this video, I'm just going to disable product zoom, right? Because I don't want my mouse to keep zooming over the images, but you can kind of see here, we have an image here, smaller image, ideally would fit there. This product has only 2 images, so we're just going to have to deal with those 2 images for now. Let's go ahead and take a look at layout number 6. So layout number 6 is a little bit different. We have an image, we have also an arrow on the left and on the right. And so there are no thumbnail photos here, but just simply dots. Let's take a look at layout number 7. So layout number 7, gives you a much larger wide range for the image. We have to scroll down to click on the thumbnail images, right? Gives you a much larger view. And if we keep scrolling down even more, now we have the product information, which is also another great look. Let's go ahead and take a look at layout number 8. So layout number 8 gives us this header bar over here, or in addition to a header bar on top. This is also known as a breadcrumb, guys. And breadcrumbs, essentially, they show the placing of what pages you've been clicking on to get to this page. So home, and then the page here of the product, or the name of the product. And then we have a simple product layout here. We have the product, right? The images with the thumbnails on the left. And then we have the add to cart button with a small outline of the gray here. Okay? Now let's finally take a look at the last layout, layout number 9. And this is similar to the one above, except we see here the breadcrumb is a little bit higher and the thumbnails are on the right side position. So this is, all in all, pretty decent. Let's take a look at layout number 3. I think we're going to just stick with layout number 3 for the sake of the tutorial of this video. And the first thing I want to do is, I don't like this gray background. So I want to change that gray background, and I'm going to do that here with this button. It says background color top content. And I want to make it like a pure white, like I mentioned earlier. And there we go. We have a white background, right? And that's kind of what I was looking for. Now for the pricing, I could change the color of the price. This theme allows us to do that. So I could make it green. I could make it really whatever I want. I can make this blue accent color. And I think it actually looks really good with this blue. But this is just an example. I could even make it black if I wanted to, right? But that might be a little too dark for what we're trying to do here. This could be a good dark blue. Here we have use container top single. So essentially what that is the top is a container, right, for whatever we're trying to show. If we untick it, you could see that there will be a very slight difference where this is no longer a separated container, but it is an attachment essentially into the page, right? So just a small change, nothing really too crazy. Now we have here variants. So you're not going to really notice this since we don't have any variants here, but a variant is going to be different styles amongst different variants. For example, if we had a small, medium, large, extra large, it will show the different variants there. Here we have enable Ajax add to cart, which I personally enjoy. Let me go ahead and save, because what that does is it creates animations when the product is added to the cart. So we have this slide out one-click checkout cart feature, which basically what this does is it will increase your conversions. In fact, this is one of the most effective features that I recommend for anybody who has a store where your average order value is one product. So if you want to look at your store sales and try to boost your conversion rate, just simply look at, how many sales you're getting. And if you don't know about how many sales you're going to get because you've never had sales before, just simply make a prediction. If somebody's going to come to your store, what's the average product somebody's going to purchase? If you think that they're going to purchase more than one product, then this might necessarily not be a requirement for you. But if you know that for a fact, at minimum, somebody's going to buy at least one product or one product most of the time, you're going to want to have a slide cart checkout here that has a one-click checkout feature, because this is going to boost your conversion rates. Remember, we want to reduce the amount of steps for a consumer between the product or the page or any page on the website to the checkout page. The next thing we have is this display product zoom. So basically when I take my mouse and I hover over the image, it was zooming in earlier. This was a feature that I disabled. And so you guys are already aware, and you guys already seen that. Here we have display product image pop-up. So when the image, it has this little plus with a magnifying glass, this is what we refer to as the image pop-up. Now the interesting about this theme is we can hit it in a slideshow manner. We can view it as a grid, kind of like this. So there's just a bunch of features right there. Here we have show product countdown scroll. So what the countdown scroll is, this feature here. This feature has been used time and time again in the wolf themes that we've seen before, right? This wolf theme and the original wolf theme. And it was one of the main components to boosting conversion rates by increasing scarcity and increasing um, increasing scarcity and increasing incentivization factor. When a consumer, and this is human psychology, guys, when a consumer sees that there's less of something that they may be interested in, their interest level goes dramatically up. And what that does is that will increase your conversion rate at your store. There's no negotiation about that. This is 100% true. That's why people are getting stomped on in Black Friday when people, when they hear about a TV sale or a sale there, or a sale, any kind of sale or discount. People inherently know that there's less stock, and people get trampled over. People fight over these items. It's this very same reason why when Jordan or Nike does a certain release, you have people waiting outside the stores, camping outside of the stores. GameStop, they have the same process because everybody's fearing of that limited amount of stock. You think of it this way: imagine in your town or in your city, everybody's drinking water. There's nothing wrong with the water, but imagine if you flip on the news one day and they say there's only 1,000 gallons left for the whole city to share. Whoever comes by and buys as many gallons as they could, first it's a first come first serve basis. Once the gallons are empty, they're empty, and we're gonna have a drought for the next 5 years. Well, guess what? You and many other people are gonna be the first ones fighting to buy it. Now your interest level has went through the roof, as opposed to somebody just saying, oh yeah, there's going to be a drought soon, but there's really no information on that. So when you have a countdown timer like this with an actual number, a quantifiable structure, for those who don't know what quantifiable structure means, it is a number, a visible number, a visible quantity, right? So 5 left in stock, 4 left in stock, 100 left in stock, whatever the case may be, a quantifiable structure for our minds to kind of understand how much is left. This boosts sales dramatically, especially if you're running an ad. And this is a little pro tip here, but I've seen this work the very best when you're running ads that play on that kind of game. So for those who don't know, when you create ads, you can't just say, "Hey, I'm selling yoga pants. Come buy." It doesn't really work that way. There's no reason for somebody to be interested, right? Because I could buy yoga pants from Walmart. It wouldn't really matter. What makes these companies different is they have a competitive edge, right? And so for some people, that competitive edge is limiting stock. And so something they'll say is stock is limited, and they'll pay it really, they'll make that very apparent in the ad. And I've seen very large companies do this, from Fabletics all the way to Lululemon. Okay, the pricing is irrelevant. Fabletics, you guys know, they're cheaper, and then Lululemon is a little bit more expensive. You have $90 for a T-shirt from Lululemon. So expensive stuff from one company, cheaper stuff from another, but they still use the same incentivization factors. And make no mistake, many companies use features like this. The next thing we have here is when we want to use this product limitation and countdown scroll, we have an initial quality and we have a stopped quantity. So if you notice here, it hit 5 and it stopped at 5. Well, we can set an initial quantity. That initial quantity could be any number we want, and it will stop at a certain number. So if you look here, when I refresh my page, it will start at a certain number. And 9 times out of 10, if your consumer is truly interested in the product, they're not going to know what number starts off, because consumer doesn't focus on scarcity, but until they garner interest. That is the most critical aspect that everybody has to understand here, is that your customer is not going to care about how much is left unless they're interested. And it's very rare for a consumer to be just interested right away. That's why if you drive traffic to an ad, this is, once again, guys, why the concept of retargeting ads exists, because marketers know at the end of the day that the consumer, it's very, very rare that a consumer will just buy the first time they come to your website. And so that's why this is very, very important here. And basically, if you guys can make the connection, connect the dots to understand this, is that marketers know that consumers have to see the product more than once to make a purchasing decision, right? When you run a retargeting ad, uh, interest, a true buying interest is not generated the first time. Well, why does that matter? So a lot of people are going to worry about, will the stock counter truly work if, I'm running it and the numbers are the same every time? And the answer is yes, because to humans who garner no interest in the beginning, this is almost, it's almost as if they don't see it. But once they're actually interested in the product, then this thing matters. And usually it comes down to a point where now it's time for them to buy, and they're in that incentivization phase where now they're now motivated to purchase. So you just got to really understand consumer psychology to be able to use these weapons. And I've discussed this before, but when you have a theme like this on this kind of caliber, even guys, the $125 theme. By the way, guys, you can get a $25 discount in my coupon, my description box down below. I have my affiliate link and the coupon code. But anyways, even the cheaper theme, when you use a theme of this caliber, okay, every aspect of this theme is a weapon, and it's as if you're going to war, right? And you need to learn how to use your weapons properly to be able to succeed in war. Make no mistake, guys, business is war. There's all these other businesses out there trying to take what you have, and you have to make sure you protect that at all costs. So here's a section for your product image trust badge, which we're going to make a separate episode on. I haven't made one yet, but the trust badge will go right here generally, right, for this layout that we have. And it just works by uploading your own image. Excuse me, guys. Sorry for the yawn. It's about 5 a.m. here, and I haven't went to sleep yet because I've been working all day. But you guys kind of you guys kind of understand my point here. Here we have shipping and return section. So these talk about like the product tabs. We have the size chart. We have the additional information tab. Just a lot of stuff going on here. We have the reviews and so on. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the rest of the product page in the new episode when I create the product image trust badge. Okay, so that's going to be all of it for today. And thank you guys for watching part 1 of editing the product page to our high converting Shopify theme. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Bye.